what? Screw it. Yeah, we'll go backwards from here. Let's start from here, and then next week we'll go to these. That way, you guys can go watch it. I like to wait and like give them a little, like at least a week more or less before I react to it and like upload it so that people can actually go watch the original content. All right, Ghost Pimples. 7 ghost videos, so scary. I freaking. It's a what the frick was that? What'd I do? Well, that's a new tab I'm never gonna close. All right, 7 ghost videos, so scary, you'll want a priest on speed dial. Joke's on you, I already got my priest in speed dial.
The video we're about to show you will have you second guessing that cheeky ghost walk you and your mates had planned. Japan is pretty well known for being chock.
My priest hooks me up with the wine.
With old, ghostly urban legends, and these guys were putting them to the test. They heard from residents of the village they visited that the local cemetery was haunted, specifically a nearby phone booth. Many reported unsettling sounds bursting out of the claustrophobic box at stupid o'clock, but none had been able to muster up the courage to check it out. In an attempt to uncover the mystery of this supposedly haunted area, these guys brought along some cameras to see what they could find.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
They would have
I'll record it too and I'll put it up on the internet for content.
They were met with.
But I'm a VTuber, so I can't do it IRL. I'm at to send DW. Which is why I'm so brave, is because I would never go do it myself. I would just send DW, because he actually is willing to show his face on the internet. I'm not. Oh, hell no! Who are you? Does he look dangerous? He looks dangerous. I don't know what he wants from us. I mean, if he's staring at you, he probably wants to use the phone. Like, do you mind leaving? Like, get out.
What in the fresh hell is that? No wonder nobody went to have a look.
I love her commentary! What in the fresh hell is that?
If anyone did, they probably got eternally cursed.
Then you got like this face over here.
To the shadow realm by this horrific ghostly bastard. The strangest thing about this video—
oh, look at that ghostly bastard!
is the fact that the figure outside might not even be the same thing that grabbed the guy's feet. The locals always said the whole—
oh frick, I didn't even see something grab his feet!
The strangest thing about this video is the fact that the figure outside might not even be the same thing that grabbed the guy's—
the hell is that?
feet. The locals always said the whole area was haunted. So could this have been the work of multiple entities? Because the last thing you need in the middle of nowhere in the middle of the night is some sort of spectral ambush. Number 6. Drive-by. While zooming down the motorway...
Drive-by? Ooh, that's scary without it having ghosts. Used to have, like, I've had like 2 of those happen in my house.
night, this guy felt nothing but vibes.
Oh god, no victims!
Cool, dark air.
They were garbage shots.
Entire body. But
no
that
aim.
all changed when he noticed something out the corner of his eye. It was fleeting, but he had to rub his eyes to double check. But he was sure there was something amiss about this late night drive. And his dash cam footage confirmed every twisted suspicion he had.
Okay, I've seen this one.
If you missed it, don't worry. It's
it was on the left, yeah.
So let's slow down and zoom.
I've seen this one, the one on the left, and the little ghost.
Appears to have a death.
Appears?
To step in front of the car.
Nah, but see, if you look at it, it's super creepy. It's even creepier because
it's pretty hard to spot.
Bro, like it appears and disappears in the blink of an eye.
Slow down and zoom in. A bright white figure appears to have a death wish and tries to...
like, look, it actually, like, it seemingly... it, like, starts to apparate.
it doing this to the car? It looks to be wearing some kind of skirt and has no legs. Was it waiting for this specific guy to come barreling towards it? Or was it doing this to every car that flew by? Could it be the phantom of merging lanes? A poltergeist told me you enjoy scary videos like this, but don't subscribe just yet. We'll earn your subscription by the end of this scary compilation.
Don't tell me what to do. I'll subscribe right now, just to go against you. Bam. Don't ever tell me what to do.
Number 5. The White Cloud. This guy decided to venture into a house rumoured to be one of the most haunted abandoned houses in his local area. There were mass sightings from multiple nearby residents of what they claimed to be a white cloud lingering around the property. He had explored the house a while before, but conducted no real investigation. Although he left with the significant impression that there was a lost spirit there, something incomprehensible.
He left with that impression. Yep.
So he hot-footed it back
I
there
think
with
there's dead
all their
persons in there.
equipment and set up shop, hoping to find some answers. But those answers were much more
My
sinister
bad,
than he
smacked
could
the
have
critter.
ever
I'm like,
He said
I
that
didn't
the
realize it
house
still had my
felt
little
like
plate
some
here.
kind of horror film, that there's something trapped in there that you can't quite fathom. And with it being in such a state of abandoned decay, he knew he had to dig deep to try and make contact. Which is when he began getting some joy from the EMF reader.
В этом доме со мной может выйти кто-то на контакт из мира мертвых.
please, everyone, okay, help me convince Degenerate Weeb, Chaos, and Burrito to go to haunted places and try to be haunted like dinghies. Like there's been talks between me, DW, Burrito, and Chaos about going to the Haunted Clown Motel over in Nevada, because it's right across the street from a cemetery, and doing some scary investigation stuff. I might do that. I think it would be dope. I would probably be the cameraman, and then I'll do voiceover on the background, or who knows? I could probably do live voiceover, live commentary. But I'd probably point the camera at DW and have him do most of the stuff. He's really good with that stuff. He's kind of a lunatic when it comes to that. He's the one who got me into the scary stuff. Oh, she said "da." That's my middle name. She said "da." That's Russian for yes. That's my middle name. My middle name is "da." It's a Russian name. It stands for yes. OzDaMonke. 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 That's my full name. It's crazy how the ghost speaks Russian here too.
Как вас зовут?
Hey, how come the ghosts never speak a language that you don't understand? We never got Viking ghosts that speak Norse. Alexandria. The Queen? The what? The house doesn't let me go. Bro starts scratching his head oh. I wish I could help you with that. But I guess you're kind of screwed.
Что с вами случилось?
What happened to you? I really wish the ghost was I died. What do you mean? I'm a ghost. I don't know. 1 second I was alive, hitting the galaxy gas. Next thing I know, I'm just here in the house. A ghost. Can I ask why does he have four candles like turned on? Like it's not for the lighting. He has a flashlight. He has like a spotlight going on. So what's the point of the candles? I got killed? This is fake.
He finds out that the spirit he's been talking to took its last breath inside that very
This feels very faked.
house in a tragic accident. It doesn't end there, however, because as he started quizzing the spirit on the details, he noticed that it was much more than just a disembodied voice coming through the EMF reader.
Сколько вам было лет, когда это случилось?
Приходят.
Вообще. Что-то включился, что-то.
Yeah, this is basically as fake as it gets. The reason why he stood up there, so you're telling me that the entirety. So first of all, I'm using my cameraman brain here. If I am here recording this, there is absolutely no reason for me to ever step out of frame. In fact, I would be as bold as to say I refuse to step out of frame when I'm recording a video. There's no reason to. So he obviously stepped out of frame in order to pull on a rope that would move that chair around, because there's literally no reason. You have the radio stand right here. The activity that's happening, the ghost activity, is happening here, so there's no reason for you to go to another room or anything. It's very fake, and more than likely these are pre-recorded. Every single time the lady talks, it's right after he's had his hand on the thing.
Breath inside that
So it's a good
very
chance
house
these
in
are
a
all
tragic
pre-recorded.
accident. It doesn't end there, however, because as he started quizzing the spirit on the details, he noticed that it was much more than just a disembodied voice coming through the EMF reader.
Сколько вам было лет, когда это случилось?
Yeah, so it's very fake. Check this out.
Through the EMF reader.
Let's test my theory. Every single time the creature, the ghost has talked, it's after he touches the freaking the EMF reader. Check it.
Было лет, когда это случилось?
When did this happen? He could just wait for an answer, but instead he goes and touches it. Pushes a button. A few moments later, we're gonna hear a beep because it's pre-recorded. Beep. Pre-recorded. Got it.
Приходят.
Device is in his head when it starts to communicate with him. He steps out of the frame for absolutely no freaking reason whatsoever, completely throwing all logic out the window. Even though I'm in the middle of recording a freaking ghost video, I'm gonna just step out of frame with the EMF reader and let the shot hang on the wall on nothingness? What the frick is wrong with you? No, no one would do this. This is not how humans act. This is clearly staged. What is that? Sorry, I want to make sure what I'm seeing is correct here. Yeah, okay, got it. So basically, look at the chair. Look at the chair very closely. It spins. It spins because he tied the rope to a leg. Let's say this one, that one, whichever leg it happens to be. Since he is on this side, the left of us, but to the right of the chair, when he pulls on the rope, it spins in a circle because, of course, it does. He's got a rope on it and he's pulling it from the side, so it starts spinning in a circle. Yeah, this is very faked. Got it. I genuinely believe this is as fake as it gets. And of course, he wants us to believe, from the cut here, that he is entering back into the room to check out the chair. However, in the previous footage, we saw him walk to the left with the EMF reader. When he enters back in, the EMF reader's on the table.
Что-то включился, что-то. Вы можете мне ответить?
Let's see if anything else here can change my mind.
The scariest thing about this video is the simplest thing
The scariest thing is how bad he is at faking this.
of all. How easily a life can become seemingly abandoned. The EMF session didn't reveal much in the way of explicit detail, but the words of the supposed spirit and the state of the house tell a much more emotional horror. While family do visit this person's grave, they left the home immediately, and it looks like nobody's come in to even try and clean the place up. Is it that easy to be forgotten? Was this YouTube video the first real interaction this spirit has
No,
had?
it was like the most fakest video I've seen in a while.
Since its untimely death. We didn't see any spooky white clouds, but
Sorry, bro, you're not gonna get. I've been watching. I watched. I believe in ghosts, but I also have never, ever, ever in my life seen anything that confirms the existence of ghosts beyond the shadow of a doubt. I vehemently believe in ghosts. I have to believe in ghosts. It is a part. Because I just do. All right, it's a part of my core being. But I did no. This is not it. This is not it.
The macabre reality of the distant future. Number 4. Ghost Kitchen. While chilling out and chatting to the bartenders, these restaurant goers were sent home with full fear responses as well as full bellies, because there was some horrific hospitality offered at this eatery, and it wasn't the actions of any of the waiters.
Okay, that thing opening by itself, kind of cool, alright.
Not exactly the dictionary definition of ghost restaurant, but it'll do. All
But it'll do. It's more believable than the freaking other video.
jokes aside though, how could that have even happened?
Exactly.
Both
Exactly. The other one, I can easily explain how all of it happened. This one, freaking how?
patrons
The
even
frick was
went
that?
right up to it and touched it, so there couldn't have been anything attached to it. Those decorative lantern doors also tend to use latches, so for the door to swing open like that, the latch must have been physically lifted, which would have been
Latches? No, that's a popcorn machine. Mine doesn't have a
near
latch.
impossible with a string, like bottles flying at heads or shadow bastards materialising
Whoops, my
out of
bad.
the restaurant company to attract more customers. But sure must have been physically lifted, which would have been near impossible with a string anyway. Some commenters seem to think it's a faked video by the restaurant company to attract more customers.
I mean, it's possible, but if it's anything like my popcorn machine, because I have a similarly built one, I don't know if it's a popcorn machine, right, but it looks kind of like my popcorn machine. Mine's just held by magnets.
But surely, if that were the plan, something much more extravagant would have happened, like bottles flying at heads or shadow bastards materialising out of nowhere.
Shadow bastards!
Not just a slowly opening a lantern door.
I'm gonna start calling every
Three,
shadow person a shadow
Phantom
bastard.
Frivolities. This guy learnt the hard way that the Chinese Ghost Festival really doesn't disappoint when it comes to quality scares.
There's a
because it
Chinese ghost festival.
looks like the festivities latched onto him. The famous festival happens on the 15th day of the 7th lunar month, so mostly in August or September each year, and it commemorates the opening of the gates of both heaven and hell respectively. People come from far and wide in China to offer the spirits food and drink, chant scriptures and burn joss paper. Somehow the worshippers managed to dodge the real awful haunting scary stuff, and it all got lumped onto this guy, who decided it was a great idea to investigate an abandoned house in the midst of this terrorfest. And the footage he captured does not disappoint either.
Wait, he went to go investigate an abandoned house?
Footage he captured does not disappoint either.
The bed is made, the TV is on. How is this abandoned?
我操你妈！
I guess it's very dusty, yeah. Yeah, okay, it could be abandoned. Never mind, never mind. Everything's got a thick layer of dust on it. Okay, okay. TV turns on by itself, kinda creepy. Try disconnecting the TV! The power button don't work! Who was out there?
操你妈！
Now this is creepy enough without any context, but apparently this house was devoid of any power at all. So how did the TV freak out, and
Okay.
how did the curtains close?
If he would have unplugged that TV and would have done it still, now I would have been scared.
我操你妈！
And if the electricity is gone, there's no way it could have happened, unless there was some kind of spark that brought the house to life for a few seconds, but that seems almost too good to be true, doesn't it? He sucks in a breath and grounds himself before moving through to the stairs, trying to piece together whatever or whoever the hell was causing all these disturbances.
See, now, if I'm a ghost hunter and I see this happening, like,
He sucks in a breath. There's no way it could have happened.
your
So how
move
did
as a
the
ghost
TV
hunter
freak out, and how
should
did
be
the curtains
immediately right now, right here, sprinting towards that freaking thing, ripping it open, like, screw your curtains, no, and then, like, pointing that camera at that ghost and do not take your freaking eyes off of it.
close?
我操你妈！
It's too
If the
damn convenient that every
electricity is
ghost
gone,
hunter,
there's
like,
no way it
the
could have
ghost
happened.
disappears immediately after being spotted. Just as soon as I spot the ghost disappears. I can never, like, we never, like, look at the ghost and, like, just hold on it.
Unless there was some kind of spark that brought the house to life for a few seconds, but that seems almost too good to be true, doesn't it? He sucks in a breath and grounds himself before moving through to the stairs, trying to piece together whatever or whoever the hell was causing all these disturbances. But as you'd expect, he was left with more questions than answers.
Oh.
I'll give you an 8 out of 10 for that burp, by the way.
操你妈！
The frick? You didn't notice that they were there the whole time. Like, from the very beginning.
Or whoever the hell was causing all these disturbances. But as you'd expect, he was left with more questions than answers.
Oh.
So you hear the noise, you can actually see the footsteps are already there. You can see one right there, and one right there.
操你妈！
He just happened to be pointing the camera to the right. Now, if he would have been pointing the camera at the stairs, and footsteps actually appeared as, like, he's recording it, different story. Otherwise, I believe this is fake. Come on now, follow it upstairs. Oh, and they're red like it's blood? Wow, that is so cheesy. I think he stepped on a nail.
Now, the
frick?
bloody footprints are enough to make anybody want to run and grab their spare pants.
This is so faked. Okay, if you're here and you're recording this, you would point the camera at the bottom left of the stair. You would point it at this. This is the focus, not the actual stairs. Like right in the center of the stairs, you would point it to the left. Why are we looking at the left? We only want to see this one. We don't want to see the other footprints on the right. We don't want to see anything else except for just this one little freaking frame. This is so fake. If you don't treat, like, if you do not act like a normal human being, I assume it's fake. Why is the camera on looking at the wall to the left? What the frick am I looking at? What is the center of the freaking frame right now? This? What is this? This is so fake. And the door falls over. Just perfectly enough so that the camera keeps whoever might be behind there out of frame. You know, you don't want to point the camera at the falling door, obviously. You want to point the camera as far away from the subject of the shot as possible.
Now, the bloody footprints are enough to make anybody want to run and grab their spare pants, but
Nah,
the
not
big
me.
iron plate that was lobbed straight at him, he didn't even have time to think about that. This house seems sort of old and creaky. We can hear the guy tiptoeing through it, so we would probably have heard if there was someone else tasked with... He didn't even have time
Wait,
to think
what?
about that. This house seems sort of old and
This
creaky.
footage is from earlier. So the footsteps were there from the very beginning. Look, the door hasn't even fallen yet, but the footsteps are already there.
Old and creaky. We can hear the guy tiptoeing through it, so we would probably have heard if there was someone else tasked with waiting upstairs and throwing something at the cameraman. Continuing with the theme of blood where blood shouldn't be, he heads upstairs.
No, there is so much time for him to go upstairs. For example, right here, where he refuses to look to the left of the stairs pretty much the entire time.
But as you'd expect, he was left with more questions than answers.
So he obviously was upstairs. We saw that footage from earlier. But here, he refuses to look to the left, waits until the noise happens, looks at the doorway instead of at the stairs where the noise came from, then looks to the left, then pretends as if he just found out that these footprints were here. Even though, I'll show you right now, yeah, then he pretends like this is brand new. But then if we fast forward here, we can see this footage.
Heard if there was someone else tasked with waiting more blood.
We can see this footage. So here you see the door falls down the stairs.
Theme of blood where blood shouldn't be. He heads upstairs after that Crash Bandicoot-esque experience and finds something even more blood-curdling. No pun intended.
Unless he freaking like cleared the door out of the way,
that Crash Bandicoot.
You can see right here.
There was someone else tasked with waiting upstairs and throwing something at this house.
Right here.
Seems sort of old and creepy.
Did he move the door? Is the door gone?
We can hear the guy tiptoeing through.
Or is that the thing that was dropped on him?
Probably have her experience and find something.
Maybe, I don't know.
And throwing something at the cameraman. Continuing with the theme of blood where blood shouldn't be, he heads upstairs after that Crash Bandicoot-esque experience and finds something even more blood-curdling. No pun intended.
I was just.
Banging on the door. Go open the door. Go open the door and make sure the camera stays consistently on frame where the door is. Yeah, go open it. Go open the door! Okay, got it. Yeah, they got their hands on a lot of fake blood. That's not what blood looks like. Bro got the high fructose corn syrup.
He promptly turns on his heel and gets the hell
That is
out of
way
there,
too
and
dark
I'm
to be
sure
real
nobody
blood.
can blame him. After spending some time getting a hold of himself, he decided he wasn't going to go down that easily, so he armed himself with a talisman and stormed back into the house to confront whatever it was that had slithered out of the ghost festival and into the real world. only to realise that he was no match for whatever it was that was waiting for him. He felt himself be called to the bathroom, and he approached, each step feeling as though it cemented him into the ground, his skin so goose-pimpled that it hurt to the touch. And when he opened the door, it was worse than he could have ever imagined.
里边还有走道声。符咒在底下。你妈逼出来！
I slipped a spell underneath the door. Please exit. Just open the freaking door.
"我操你妈！这里这么臭啊！
The frick is all that?
我操你妈！这里这么臭啊！
The frick is that? What's like sticking out of this freaking cabinet or whatever the frick? Ew, that looks nasty. Oh, come on! You really cut it there? That was a cut. That was a freeze frame and a cut. Freeze frame. Well, if you're already locked in the room, you might as well go and, like, check it out more. You literally got what you finally wanted! What did you come here for if it wasn't for this? Yeah, that's right. Wiggle the heck out of that door. Pretend like it's locked. Okay, why? Do you mind looking slightly to the right so I can check and see if that bulge that was under the cabinet is still there or not? No, gonna perfectly keep the camera just slightly to. Okay, you look around the bathroom a little bit. No, turn back around. Oh, you can see him pretending to twist it. Oh, look, he's really twisting. Oh, he's really pretending to twist that handle. Oh yeah, you can tell he's gripping. He's really gripping the heck out. Oh yeah, look at that. That's how I open all my doors. I frantically pretend to twist it while also not touching it, basically. Oh yeah. Oh, you can tell. Oh, perfect. Whenever I have to open a door, I have to put my see, because if you use both hands, two hands, then it's easier to open the door. No, okay.
What? Hey! Ah!
That's right. Keep moving the camera like Cloverfield. Whatever you do, do not show us anything in the bathroom. Show us little things as possible.
没事，兄弟们。
The frick? So he puts down the camera, they remove the doorknob, then, with no doorknob now, the camera goes into the table, and suddenly he's outside. Like, it literally doesn't get any more fake than this.
没事，兄弟们。都小声，小声，小声。
At least we know one thing. Never go ghost hunting during the festival. You might end up here.
No. I'm sorry, there are some that are really good. This one was terrible. This one, the previous one, were like, as fake as it gets.
This woman thought that living next to a church...
Again, I do not believe anything that, like, first of all, No, nobody hold the camera like that. Frickin' 5-year-olds on TikTok like have better framing for their cameras than this dude does.
which would
Like,
offer
no,
her
you're not
all
gonna
the
convince
light
me
and
of that.
protection she needed from the other side. But there's nothing stronger than pure, unadulterated darkness. Check out the weird glitch that takes a hold of her phone when she stands near the church.
Y'all, I am in my yard. Watch my face. This is not an app doing this. This is my yard. The church is behind me. Watch my face. Church.
I love how it's the
You
exact
see
same
straight
face.
through me.
Yeah, it's the
I
reflection
kid
of
you
the.
not.
It's your reflection, fool.
Whoa.
There was definitely more than one face shown in that video, and we don't like the look of them. Could it be the spirits from the church graveyard desperately
I've seen this one. This
crying
is
out
an
for
old
someone to
one.
see
No,
them?
it's just her
Or has
face.
something nasty broken through and decided to show this woman exactly what it's capable of?
No,
It's from the
it
church
literally only
graveyard
happens when
desperately
she
crying
points
out for
like in the
someone to see
opposite
them?
direction of the light.
Or is something
So literally
nasty
every
shown in
time
that
the
video,
phone,
and
you
we
can see
don't
it only happens right here in this
like the look?
instance. Because you see the light, the yellow light over there from the street lamp is firing off this way. So right here, while she is in complete darkness, aka in complete shadow, the only light is this white light coming from her cell phone. There you go. Well, you're welcome. I've just because if you didn't know, cell phones do not bounce back yellow light; they bounce back blue light. If you have so there you have it. This is a very normal thing to do with cameras. It's something I see all the time when I worked on phones and cameras and stuff.
them?
Not a
Could
ghost.
it be the spirits from the church graveyard
No,
desperately
it's
crying
not.
out for someone to see them?
No, it's
Or
just
has
a
something
it's
nasty broken through and decided to show this
no,
woman
it's just a bad
exactly
camera
what it's
resolution
capable of?
with like
Yeah,
light
she
reflecting.
Could be lying, and
She's
it could
not
be an
lying. I
app or
genuinely
some
believe
kind of
that she
editing
thinks that that's a
feature,
ghost, but it's
surely
not.
that fruit would be so low hanging that nobody would even take it, right?
No, she genuinely believes that was a ghost for a moment. Like I genuinely believe she thinks it's a ghost and doesn't understand technology.
Number 1. Overworked. You've almost definitely had one of those days at work where everything is stressing you out, the workload is up to your eyeballs, and you didn't get enough sleep to tackle either of those tasks. That's what happened to this office worker, so they decided to take advantage of the enclosed nature of their office cubicle to rest their eyes for a few hours. But someone, or something, had other ideas.
The very clear, very creepy footage. What the? It didn't even change directions. You see how everything is in frame? You see, like a normal human being would put a camera in frame, so you can see as much as possible. because what's the point of a camera if you're not actually showing everything in the frame? Like what the frick? Bro, when the ghost is like, hey, get up, you gotta watch TikTok. I'm bored. To be fair, I'm a heavy sleeper too.
Only the most evil kind of spirit would push a work phone right under a sleeping person's nose. The hard fall out of the chair means that this video is either real, a prank done by other workers, or this person is really committed to the bit. Because you wouldn't throw yourself onto the floor that hard unless there was a reason, right?
I've
Could
done
be the
it for a
spirit
bit.
of some busybody manager? Or is the vibration setting way too high on that phone and it somehow made its way right under this person's nose?
Nah, son. I think that ghost is trying to get on TikTok. And like it's like, damn it, my hands don't activate the stupid phone.
Whatever it was.
Lady!
It's not the most ideal way.
Like the ghost started, like if it's a ghost, it really started trying to like scroll on TikTok. Like look. It's like trying to smack. Come on, open up the TikTok. Trying to see some goose pimple on TikTok. Boop boop boop. Bro, that's how all future ghosts are gonna be, bro. Like actually, all the people from modern day that like delete, they're gonna end up trying to like use people's cell phones in the afterlife.
Only the most evil kind of spirit would push a work phone right under a sleeping person's nose. The hard fallout of the chair means that this video is either real, a prank done by other workers, or this person is really committed to the bit. Because you wouldn't throw yourself onto the floor that hard unless there was a reason, right? Could it be the spirit of some busybody manager? Or is the vibration setting way too high on that phone and it somehow made its way right under this person's nose?
Bro,
Whatever
imagine
it
being such a hard-ass boss that you like actually still force your employees to work in the afterlife.
was. It's not the most ideal wake-up call.
That was phenomenal, my dudes. Absolutely phenomenal. Drop a like. I'm gonna share this on the Discord. Please, please, please go drop him a like, go drop him a sub, and show the support